Teresa Banks and Ricaldo Nero both were looking for love. After trying to meet people in clubs and through friends, they finally turned to Black People Meet, an online dating service that caters to African Americans.
So I actually went in and searched and came across his profile, and he was very attractive. He didn't look like he knew how to take a picture of himself, so I was attracted to that. So I ended up sending him a message, and like the next day or the next morning, he replied.
It wasn't about what she didn't like. It was more about what she enjoyed, what she wanted to actually discover, learn. And I felt like, I want to join her on that path as well.
So as he said, we've been inseparable ever since.
With more and more people going on the internet to shop for goods and services, why not for spouses? According to media surveys last year, 17% of all newlyweds and 20% of all committed couples met online. And for many women, the ultimate goal is to go into a store like this and pick out that perfect bridal gown for a walk down the aisle. It's a $1.5 billion industry, and with as many as 40 million people giving it a try once or twice, online dating is only expected to grow. Why are so many couples looking for love on the internet?
Even recently, you have Martha Stewart trying Match.com, right? So you have, I think, people becoming more comfortable with the idea that this is a viable alternative. And you're single and you're trying to find somebody. You're going to bars, you're going to restaurants, things like that. You're spending a ton of money and a ton of time. And even in the best case scenario, you might meet a couple of people, right? And from a female's perspective, it's even more advantageous to try online dating because the reality is when they go out to a club, what they have to contend with is who's going to have the most game or the most confidence to come up to you. And a lot of times that guy is probably not the dude who you should be settling down with.
Surveys show that the length of courtship for marriages that start online is almost half of the time as those who meet offline. But expectations for a connection are not always the same.
She says she was 5'7", but she didn't say that that's with heels. She said she was 130. However, when I saw her, she looked to be maybe 160. But, she was attractive, so I said, I think I can work with her. Talk, everything's going well, go out, have dinner, go to the park. Next thing you know, she's all about, well, where are we going? My biological clock's ticking. I'm looking to get married. I'm like, what's going on here? How did this come about? And I'm all cool with that, but not on the first date.
Safety is also important. Dating experts advise that you make sure your first meeting is in a public place, and doing a little online snooping on your date is not a bad idea. Don't share personal information like your address, and never send money, according to the online site Match.com. Michael says you should never take anything for granted.
Just be careful and expect the unexpected. That's all I can say.
And for millions of couples like Teresa and Ricaldo, the unexpected is love. Leila McDowell, Arise News, Washington.